This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
New tonight, police in O'Fallon, Missouri have identified the man killed this weekend in an officer-involved shooting. Investigators say he fired shots at a clock tower before leading police on a chase into a neighborhood where he fired shots again. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
I'm Kelly Jackson. Police have identified the shooter as 34-year-old Douglas Phipps. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer has been on O'Fallon all day talking with neighbors who witnessed what happened, Diamond.
Well, Kelly and Mike, neighbors in the Royal Oak subdivision say this is all unnerving to them. They say they heard about 8 to 15 gunshots ring out in that neighborhood. And they say they witnessed not only O'Fallon Police Department, but Wentzville and St. Peter's Police Department respond to this crime scene. Now, today, the O'Fallon Police Department identified 34-year-old Douglas Allen Phipps as the suspect who fired shots at City Hall's clock tower around 4 p.m. Sunday. Police say they attempted to stop Phipps on North Main Street, but he drove away. That's when police say Phipps led police to the Royal Oak subdivision and he stopped on Spring Court. When he got out of that car, police say he was carrying a shotgun and pointed it at officers. Police then say an exchange of gunfire happened and Phipps was pronounced dead on the scene. One neighbor I spoke to earlier says the suspect actually waved at her while he was being chased by police.
He just drove by and just looked at me and just one-handed wave. I mean, he didn't seem bothered. I mean, he wasn't rushing through here, so I don't know. It seemed like maybe he was just kind of defeated at that point, maybe, or he just had kind of given up is maybe the impression that I get.
Now, the O'Fallon Police Department says no officers were injured in this shooting, but the county's critical incident response team will help to investigate this ongoing investigation. Live here in O'Fallon, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Tonight, police are investigating a separate shooting involving an officer in Lake St. Louis. Police say they got a call at Boulevard Park yesterday for someone firing a gun. The suspect left, but police were able to identify him. When officers showed up at his home on Foxbridge Court, the suspect came out with 2 handguns. Police say there was a struggle and the man tried to fire a gun. An officer then shot him. The suspect now in the hospital. His name has not yet been released. One officer, we're told, has minor injuries.
Local leaders held a crime conference at the WashU School of Medicine today.
Mayor Tashara Jones used the event to promote a 20% drop in the city's murder rate. Political editor Mark Maxwell is here in the newsroom with more on the regional strategy to improve safety. Mark?
Mike and Kelly, a violence reduction expert, coached local politicians on how to measure and talk about crime. He got around to eventually urging them to use a laser focus on root causes of violence and really try to track down and identify where it happens most frequently. Thomas Abd travels the country and consults with local governments to help them find best practices to prevent crime. He said what so many before him have suggested already, that the sheer volume of local governments in the area, often pulling in different directions, can confound our collective efforts. His hope was that events like this one would help collaboration overcome all that chaos, but local leaders couldn't even seem to agree on how to count the crime reduction properly. St. Charles County Executive Steve Ellman cast doubt on the mayor's claim that murders are down 20% in the city.
Well, the 20% reduction, and if that's in fact the case, when you bring that forward, you're going to have to show that the numbers are correct.
I know that our chief is someone who believes in data and science, and he has crunched these numbers every which way from Sunday. He tries to make sure that he is comparing apples to apples when it comes to our crime data, and I'm confident in his analysis.
The expert author there estimated that each murder can cost a community $10 to $19 million combined. Using those numbers, a 20% drop in the homicides in the city could save the collective system from a $720 million strain.
A St. Louis man is accused of brutally attacking 2 hotel employees in Franklin County. Police were looking for the suspect as part of a well-being check yesterday. They found him in the lobby at the Super 8 Motel in St. Clair with swollen and bloody hands. When police tried to arrest him, he ran to the parking lot where officers tased him and eventually arrested him. Police found 2 housekeepers who had been assaulted. Both victims are in critical condition. We are not naming the suspect since he has not been officially charged.
All right, now time for our weather first forecast. We have a chance for more rain overnight.
Let's check in with meteorologist Jim Castillo. Hey, Jim.
Yeah, hi, good to see you both. So last night, even rumbles of thunder, that system that went through last night was a little more energetic. It had more energy with it. This one coming through is now moving into just southeast of Omaha. And eventually, after midnight tonight, is when we have a chance of some light, very cold showers, because temperatures will be likely in the 30s when that rain falls. But the last 24 hours, boy, we had some really good rainfall amounts. Let's zoom in, and you can see some darker shades right through here. Alton, all the way up to Jerseyville and also into Greene County. And even Alton reporting almost an inch of rain. Lambert, about 35, 3600s, Edwardsville, 4300s, Wood River, about 4800s, and Wentzville, 5200s. So some really nice rainfall, probably 1/10 of an inch or less tonight. Right now, if you're headed out this evening, it's dry and 46. Much more on our forecast. Later this week, we'll have some 60s for you. More on that in just a minute.
And you can get the Weather First forecast sent to your phone. Text the word weather to 314-425-5355. And we'll send you that info.
Today, MetroLink rolled out some major changes to its operations. It includes periods of 2-car service, single-car service, and single-car boarding. 5 on your side's Mercedes McKay spoke with riders about the new plan.
MetroLink's new operating plan actually comes after a pilot program that they launched back in October, and Metro officials tell me they got a lot of complaints from it. Metro Transit's chief operating officer told 5 on your side they were testing out single-car trains after crime plagued the transportation system, specifically in the back cars. But riders made it clear that is not what they wanted. That's why starting Monday, 2-car trains will operate on the red and blue lines on weekdays. Then after 8 p.m. and on weekends, MetroLink riders will only be able to board the front train car since the rear will be closed. Maya Harris says when it was only single-car trains, it was very congested and inconvenient. She believes this new plan is a good compromise.
It does make me feel good, not only for myself, but like the population that I work with. I work with individuals with disabilities, and so it is a barrier for them, especially those that use chairs, those that have just any other supports that they need. It is a barrier, so I'm excited about the change. It is a good change that we need right now.
Now, there are some exceptions to this new operating plan. MetroLink officials will be able to open the back car for larger events downtown on weekends or weeknights. In Fairview Heights, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
Part of East Main Street in Belleville is closed because of a water main break. It is closed at High Street through Charles Street. Illinois American Water says crews are working to fix the break. That could take several days. The road will stay closed in the meantime. Customers who are impacted by the water main break have already been notified.
Israel expands a Gaza ground attack, what it means for civilians trying to escape the war.
Preventing a stroke, Consumer Reports shares the lifestyle changes you can make right now.
Here comes Santa Claus, how you can win a free trip to stay inside Old St. Nick's cabin.